Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 19, Week 2, Round 2. Today's match I think is going to be an exciting one. My opponent's name is NC Viking, so let's look at the matchup. Looking at the hotbot overview, I do have the majority of the green on my side, so you might be wondering why this is going to be an exciting matchup, and I will show you that in a moment. But let's zoom in and take a look at the stats. All right, looking at these stats, I can tell NC Viking is a really good player. 710,000 lifetime banners. His best score is a 53,000, 1,700 offensive wins, 614 defense. Everything here says to me we have a very good opponent on our hands. Looking at the roster comparison, you can see he has a slight overall GP advantage over me, but I hold the advantage on both top 80 and top 65. I've got 42 more Zetas, which tells me that his account is significantly younger than mine. While I do have a speed advantage, it's not that much, 99 to 89. And then I've got 9 more Gear 13s, but he's got 14 more Gear 12s, so fairly comparable on that end. Now, because my opponent's account is what I think significantly younger than mine, I have a huge advantage in mods. 234 to 153 overall 6-dot mods. I also have quite a few high-speed secondary mods compared to him. And when we look at the relics, I even have an advantage here as well on total levels, 195 to 188. But my opponent, you can see, has taken quite a few more up to tier 7. He's got 10 tier 7 relic characters, 3 tier 6, and then he's got a significant amount that are at tier 4, whereas I have way more that are tier 3 and below. Now, one of the reasons why this is going to be a tough matchup is on this meta character report. My opponent has C, and I've never faced a Sith Eternal Emperor in a GAC, but I do know that I struggle against them with my Jedi Master Luke in day-to-day arena. And finally, when we look at the ships, both of us have our Negotiator and Malevolence at 7 stars. Okay, so why is this going to be a tough matchup beyond the fact that my opponent has a C? And here it is, the dreaded page not found message from SWGOH.GG. My opponent, even though he has 710,000 lifetime banners, doesn't have an online history for GAC, which, by the way, I think is ridiculous. Even if he hasn't signed up for a profile on SWGOH.GG, his battles are still being logged against every single opponent he has that does have an account. So I don't know why I can't see at least a opponent history for him that's generated from the accounts that are logged. Frustrating in that he's leveraging this advantage, because I have no idea what he plans to set on offense or defense, and yet he can scout me. So it was super important that I take a look at his roster to see what his available squads are, so I can kind of plan as to what I want to do. In terms of ships, there's nothing here that's exciting other than the fact to find out that he doesn't have the Radis or the Finalizer. That will only come into play if he drops a lot of battles and runs out of ships, but I don't anticipate that happening, because since I didn't know what he's going to set on defense, I kept both my Negotiator and Malevolence for offense. So I don't anticipate him struggling on my ships. Character-wise, I basically went through and looked at faction by faction to see what he had. He has an R5 gas and an R4 5s, but the rest of his clones are Gear 12. He's got all of the Empire relic, as you would expect, with him having unlocked C. He has a couple relic First Order in Crew and Kylo. He's got a strong Padme squad. He's got a strong Jedi Knight Revan team. He's got relics on his CLS Han and Chewie. He has a really good Grievous team. And then finally, he's got a very strong Darth Revan squad. So when trying to decide what I wanted to set on defense and hold for offense, I essentially laid out what if he set all of his top teams on defense and could I counter them all? And then I said, well, I'm not confident that my Jedi Master Luke can beat his C. So I looked for what the potential off-meta counters for a C in 3v3 are, and I kept that. And then I put my Jedi Master Luke on defense. And what I think I have is a decently strong defense still, but I think I've kept enough on offense to counter all of his best teams. Now my opponent hasn't attacked yet. He tends to attack in the last hour or two. So I'm also gonna see how late I can wait in the attack phase before starting, but let me show you the board now. All right, on defenses, mine is similar to what I have been doing. There's my Jedi Master Luke with Bastila lead and Ahsoka, my Hux and crew and Kylo, a Poggle with Separatist droids and Shock clones down here. In case he does get through that Jedi Master Luke using his C, which is what I think he's gonna do because I don't see it on defense, then he will encounter my Grievous back here, Fin Poe, my Rolo Cholo Rebel Trash, a Palpatine team, and a Dooku Asajj zombie. So if he has kept C for offense, I kind of expect him to be able to clear the bottom. Then up top, I have my Newt squad. I put my CLS Chupio team on defense, BAM, and Gas. Now I may be able to clear the top as well. We shall see. And if he does, in the back, like I said, I have my weaker fleets, Home One, and my Thrawn Empire team. All right, so what did he leave me? Up top, it's not as strong as I was anticipating. Now, I was planning for what if he left all of his best teams on defense, and obviously he wasn't going to do that, but I wanted to be prepared. So he did leave me Geos. He also left me a Padme team. And then he put all of his Night Sisters on defense. And that first one with Asajj, they don't have any revive mechanic. So I'm not actually even going to treat that like a Night Sister squad per se, but I'm not sure what I want to use against it. Then on the bottom, instead of setting his C, he set his Darth Revan squad. And it's Relic 7 Revan, Relic 7 Malak, and a Relic 4 Bastila Fallen. I kept my own Darth Revan team to try and counter that. Now my Darth Revan squad is not as highly relicked, but it is faster. So we will see if I'm able to get through that in one, or if I have to clean it up with something. He also left me his crew squad, and then a Karth and a Kira Vandor L3, but his Vandor doesn't have the Zeta, so there's no revives here. This is basically a timeout team. So we'll see what I want to do on that as well. All right, we have just over 4 hours left in the attack phase, and I'm gonna wait a little bit because I can today. I have the time. So I'm gonna wait and see if my opponent goes, and if not, I'll be back with an hour and a half or so left to do my attacks. I'm not gonna wait till the very last second because if I lose some battles, I wanna have enough time to make sure I give myself the chance to full clear. But since I have the time, why not take whatever advantage I can get, since my opponent is clearly seeking out any advantage that he can get. So I will see you in a bit to do my attacks. All right, I'm back, and we have an hour and 26 minutes left in the attack phase. My opponent did go, but he didn't go all the way. So let me show you what he did. He was able to get through my top zone with relative ease, although not super duper efficient. He got a 50 on my Jedi Master Luke. So to me, that almost guarantees that it was his C. And then he got a 53 on the Shock T and 51s on the other two squads. He did not attack anybody in the back, nor did he attack anybody on top. So he's clearly waiting to see if I'm even gonna attack or if he can just stop. Now, I don't think he's gonna stop completely. He's got 700,000 lifetime banners. To me, that says that he's gonna try and play it out regardless, but I think he's just waiting to see what I do, if anything. So I'm gonna jump in on the bottom, like always, clear that out, make sure that there's not a C in the back. And I'm going to start with the toughest battle right off the get-go, which is this Darth Revan. If this goes badly, then that might be it. I could definitely lose a match if I lose this one. But, like I said before, my Darth Revan and my Bastila are faster. That should get me out in front, and if things go my way, this should be a win, but you just never know. Cross my fingers, let's hope this works. Okay, so we will get the fear on everybody, and go ahead and get all the debuffs going. We will hit him with the lightning, and we did not get a shock on Malak, which is unfortunate. So the question is, do we go lightning here even without the AoE, or do we go with this one and go with the ability block? I think we go ability block. We didn't get the ability block either. Okay, it looks to me like their Darth Revan's gonna go next, so we're gonna drain him to get rid of him. Plus, if I have to clean it up, he doesn't have a leadership. Okay, now it is 3-on-1. I'm expecting that I will lose at least one of my 3, but I should be able to get this victory. Nice, and I didn't lose anybody. So 52, that could not have gone better. All right, next up will be his crew, and I have my JTR for that. I always worry about my BB-8 getting killed here because it's only gear 12. See if we can get a stun on Kylo. Nice. I figure I'm gonna have to eat my way through crew anyway, so I might as well try and stop the early turn meter game, and we'll see if we can get First Order TIE Pilot out right away. We're gonna go burning here as well. Normally I'd hide early, but the chance to get him out was too great. And let's go ahead and go after OG Kylo. Wave down. You know, let's wave down Kylo. And we'll hide, and we'll put damage immunity on him and start working him down. Now this means that crew is gonna get a stun off on BB-8, but I think I'm okay with that. See if I can stun crew. Oh, I did. Very nice. So he won't get it off. Let's just go for the kill there. And another stun and another wave. Can I take enough time that I get my Illuminated Destiny? I think so. He's going to take a while to get through. But I might be able to get full protection back up on R2. Oh, it looks like I'm just a hair short. So it looks like it's going to be a 53, but still a good result. Still pleased with getting through his 2 tough teams here with decent banners, which brings me to this cart squad. I'm going to go after it with my Mon Mothma, and I think that should work. So let's remove the turn meter and bring my man here. And a big hit. Nice. Was able to get out Karth before Zalbar even got the taunt up. Now sadly mission is stealth. Something I really like about Mon Mothma against Karth is that the summoned unit dispels on his basic, so every single attack, they're going to get rid of Zalbar's taunt. So here mission's about to go under full health. Zalbar taunts, 1 attack and it's gone, and then I can switch back to mission. Ouch, that hurt. And I'm not gonna get full health back up on Kara, but this looks like it's gonna be another 53, I hope. Does this heal and it just revives? It doesn't heal. This one does though. And we'll see. You never know. This will take a little bit to get through his Zalbar. So you never know, you know, how much Kara's going to get back in that time. So 53. All right, for this weird Kira Vandor L3, I was really tempted to try and do like a Wampa solo or something like that, but Kira can daze on her basic, and so I'm going to play it safe, especially since I'm against a really good player. Can't afford to drop a battle. if I can help it. So let's get rid of this. So I figure better off to go ahead and take my geos in here and just take them down. And now with no Kira AoE, there's really basically zero chance of losing a banner here for me, because Vandor and L3 are just going to get stuck hitting the brute the whole time. And there we go. Alright, so moment of truth. Let's see what he put back. I'm expecting at least Grievous, but we will see. Does he have C? Oh, he put junk. Wow. Okay. Alright, I have way too much offense. So now I need to see what I can do to be as hyper efficient as possible. Alright, I'm gonna need to make a plan. Likely my opponent will see that I'm ahead and start attacking again. So that should be fun. That we'll be attacking at the same time. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alright, back. I have a plan. And my opponent still hasn't started attacking again. We only have an hour left. So I'm gonna get on with it. We're gonna go up top. And we will start with the Padme, because that is by far their toughest team. And we will go with Jedi Knight Revan. And we're just gonna go, part of me wants to go after Anakin, just because he's squishier. Let's do that, actually. Let's go after Anakin, and we'll just go ahead and do our single attacks. And they almost have me through Savior. So let's do it this way. I know that's going to build back stuff, but I wanted to get him healed up a little bit. Let's get some foresight going. And then we'll just basics, single attacks. Need to get through Anakin. Maybe I should have been going after Padme. They just need to keep their filthy hands off my Jolie there. This should do it. Yeah, alright. Now we can focus on Padme. And she had a big hit there to use, but missed. So now we will just single focus her down. Keep the healing up. There we go. Now we are not going to do well for banners here, but sometimes that's what happens when you're going against their best squads, is you get some low banners. So that is alright. Do think we will get like a 51 or so. 52, all right, not bad at all. Next up, we will go after the Geos, and we'll take Vader, but we'll just take Vader and Watt. I think that's gonna be more than enough. Put the weapons tech on there. And we got a second attack already. And we will Merciless. Force Crush the Brute and get rid of the Alpha. Got rid of the Spy and Soldier, and we're done. Alright, next we will go after this Asajj team, and we're going to go just Luke and Old Ben. We're going to save Hoda for one of those back squads. And even though they've got Acolyte and we don't really have a way to get her out of stealth, it doesn't matter because they don't have any revive mechanics. So once I kill Talia and Asajj, then it doesn't matter if Acolyte's in stealth or not. And I lost the one banner from going in light. Too many hits there on Old Ben. That's a bummer. And then we'll use Padme here to go up against Talzin and Daka and Zombie. We'll have to kill them multiple times, but at least we shouldn't have to deal with a ton of dots and everything. So there's one death. And there's two. Need one more. Get rid of all that. Almost the third. This should be third. And that should do it. And a 54. Alright, let's see what kind of ships he left me. Home One and Malevolence. So I gotta be honest, I'm a little tempted to do a Malevolence mirror match because he doesn't have the Vulture Droid or the Hyena Bomber out there in the starting lineup. And Rebels sometimes can give my Malevolence problems. And I know my Negotiator would just tear it apart. But that is only Cassian's U-Wing. It's not Biston there in the starting lineup. So I think I will just go Negotiator on Malevolence. Oh, that is not Negotiator. There we go. Negotiator. And bring the normal starting lineup. And I am going to go a little light because trying to be really efficient here. Wondering now that looking at what he said on defense, he's got a lot for offense still. And even though he hasn't been crazy efficient yet, that doesn't mean he won't start to be. So we really maximize banners if we can. Pass that back to Anakin again. Get rid of the stealth on Soldier. Stuck behind Sunfac again. We will bring in that to try and do a big hit. Almost. Saving Plo for that so they can cleanse those buzzies off. And we will go ahead and get that back up on us, so in case we die, we don't die. There we go. Just have the one to get through. Just his Hyena Bomber, and we will bring in Plo to cleanse them all off and get our turn meter going. A couple big hits and should be through. That was a bummer. Took some protection off everybody. Probably a little bit lower banners than I wanted. Yeah, only 62. Alright, so now we will go my Malevolence against his Rebels. And again, we'll leave a couple open. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Usually shouldn't, usually doesn't. The fact you can just keep generating Vulture Droids over and over. So let's get the stun on the Ghost. Didn't get the stun. So let's get Buzzies out on them. And let's lead with the AoE. And now let's get them on everybody. Nice. So far so good. And even though, wow, that was a lot of assisting there with Cassian. That was unfortunate. Let's go ahead and bring in Spy, force the taunt on Falcon, see if we can get him out of there. Oh, got a lucky dodge. That's not good. So let's see if we can finish off Falcon before he loses that. More dodges. There we go. All right. So this one's in the bag, but it's going to be, once again, a little bit lower banners than I wanted, because they were able to take out Sunfax so quickly. And that should do it. What do we get? Another 62. So I really feel like I've left the door open for him in terms of being able to make up banners in the ships, because my ships are not very good back there. All right, we just have this bottom zone. He still has not attacked anymore. So I have decided we'll start with that nest solo that we're going to do regardless. And hit fast forward on this. Alright, so that is a nice one. Here we're going to go against this Phoenix team, and I am going to take Wampa, but I'm going to bring Hoda with him too. Zeb only has 24% potency on him, so not a ton, but every once in a while Phoenix will surprise you, and I do not want to get caught out and lose this battle because of a Phoenix blunder. So we will play it safe by going with Hoda in there. Make sure we're topped off. There we go. I think the one extra potential banner loss there was worth the peace of mind. Against the Jin, Cassian K2, we're going to do some bounty hunters. So we'll go Aura, Bosk, and Mando. Thinking here is K2 is gonna taunt, so, and he is, you know, if we did a Bosk lead, Bosk would not be, K2 would not be the lowest health one, so by doing Aura lead, we get the easier contract. We're at 70% at the moment, and we just killed K2. Now Jin can bring him back, so we're gonna see if we can't stun her. Nice, and then we'll take out Cassian. And a little low on the banners, so only have 52. Bummer. Alright, this first order team is actually decent-ish, I guess, so we'll bring Han and Chewie, but we're not going to bring a leader. I don't think we need that. I think just the two of these guys are going to kill them before they get any attacks even. There we go. We almost could have done a Han Solo. Which leaves us to these other Ewoks. You can see we've got a bunch left. We got Night Sisters, we've got Traya, Thrawn, some other stuff. I'm actually gonna go Troopers because I don't know, haven't done them in a while, and figured I'd bring out the Dark Trooper. He is still not very well geared and low stars, but should still be fun. And yeah, figure why not. I actually don't know how to use him at all. I think you just do basics for the most part, right? I think that's yeah, I think that's kind of the way. We'll do that, whatever that did. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Wow, he has like no health. I really need to put gear on him because at this point he still hits okay, but just a couple hits and he'd be dead. but it worked fine. All right, well, that is it for my attacks. We end up with a 2998, a really good score for me. Only dropped a couple banners here and there, and I wish my ships were a little more efficient, but still really happy with that score. I'm curious to see what my opponent can do when he starts to attack again. So I will check back with you in 45 minutes to let you know how it all turned out. All right, we have 3 minutes left in the round. Let's see what my opponent was able to do and see if we got this victory or not. And they didn't attack? Did they attack? Nothing here. Oh, hey. All right, my Grievous got a hold down low. Was that all he did and quit? And my gas got a hold up high. So my opponent took a Trion gas and a Trion Grievous, my 2 best squads on the board still. Failed on both of them, and I guess decided to call it quits. That does surprise me a little bit. Again, when you have 700,000 lifetime banners, that makes me think that you're a player that always plays regardless, no matter what, whether you're going to win or lose. You always want to get as many banners as possible. But that was not the case today. Final score 2998 to 1703. I want to thank NC Viking for the match. Even though I think it's super shady that you're not on SWGOH.gg, it definitely provided a different kind of challenge for me. So I guess thank you. I do want to thank all of you though for watching, and I will see you again in next round.